What's up, world? I went and shot my intro just a minute ago, and for some reason it didn't record. So I'll fill you in after I take the shot, but I'm running out of time. All right, so I made it up here. Had one slip. I slid down about 3-4 feet. Nothing to grab onto. I had my tripod in one hand and my coffee in the other. My coffee didn't make it. And an owl just landed about just right in front of me. That's pretty cool. And I've got my wide angle 2 owls. That's freaking awesome. I'm gonna see if I can get a picture. Hang on. Okay, I screwed up that. The thing moving down to get into my bag and get my 200mm, spooked them off one by one. So that was pretty cool though. Definitely some wildlife out here untouched. I think it's a nature preserve. And some bees obviously as well. So yeah, behind me looks pretty awesome. Even though it's pollution, it's sitting about halfway up the mountain with a little bit of the mountain coming out of the top of it. Almost looks like fog or something like that, but it's not. It's pollution. It's Phoenix. Yeah, one thing I was gonna say is I took a picture of it. I'll put it up right here. They have the Native Americans here in Arizona did sketches with I think they used a different type of rock to grind pictures and stuff, kind of like a hieroglyphic, but I think they're pictoglyphics or something like that. I'll correct it. But yeah, there's some of them up here on the top of this mound of rocks. And that was pretty cool. It's always nice to come across stuff like that when you're not expecting it. Now, it's even cool when you are expecting it. But anyway, just kind of waiting for the sun to come up. It's starting to kiss the mountains just a little bit. And it won't be long now. Okay, so actually last night I went out to get the sunset, and it didn't really work. The picture that I have, if I put them up, of the mountains with the haze and pollution and stuff around it, I was up at the top of that mountain because there's a nice angle of when the sun sets that the shadows are just real nice on it. But there was absolutely no sunset last night. I mean, the sun set, but no color, no nothing. It was very blah. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and hang out for a couple hours, find a new little composition, and shoot the Milky Way. So that was better than nothing. I mean, the sunset, you know, maybe I'll put it up just to show you guys, you know, because, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. I mean, they're not too bad. What I did actually was zoomed in a little bit and just got the little bit of color that I could with a little bit of a composition, not much. I mean, not thrilled with it, but sunsets are always nice, definitely. So anyway, it went from there. I was still in the city, so the light pollution was horrible. Even where I'm at right now, it's really bad. So, I mean, I wasn't really set up for a Milky Way shot. I just figured since I was here, I'll go ahead and shoot it and see what I can come up with. So that was actually as I got to this spot last night, just a little further down the trail, is where I shot the Milky Way. And then, you know, once I got out here, I figured, hey, why not? I'm here. Make a trip out of it, make a double trip. Yeah, right now it's looking good. Light's looking a lot better. The sun has fully cleared the mountain now, so this is about as good as light's gonna be getting. It's nice. Long shadows on the mountain. Kind of looks like a Bob Ross painting or something. Pretty cool, beautiful. It's been in the 100-degree range here lately, and I woke up this morning from taking my overnight nap, 64 degrees. So beautiful. It seems even a little bit better sitting up on top of this mound of rocks. I don't know, psychological. Pretty cool though, I can see forever up here. I'm not gonna climb that one, that's a feat. and all the trails are on the other side. There's no trails on this side, so it'd just be climbing up the rocks and stuff. But found that out the hard way this morning, because there's no way to get out of here but the same way that I came back in. So I got to go through and scratch my truck up again on the way out. That sucks. That sucks bad. So I'm not looking forward to that. I stayed up for about an hour and a half on Google Maps last night, willing to drive maybe 20 miles out of the way on trails just to avoid the trail that I came in on. I'm actually looking at it right now. And believe it or not, kind of thick trees. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a little bit here. Then I got something to show you guys. All right, so it's starting to get that time of day to where I need my sunglasses. So, yeah, anyway, some of the videos I've been shooting, I'm lacking a range of millimeters. So I've always had my 10 to 22 and my 70 to 200, 2.8. So finally, I went and picked up a 24 to 70. So, say hello world, hello world. Still smells like new electronics. It smells great. Yeah, my first red lens. So finally got that. I've already gotten a couple pictures of it with it this morning, and I'm quite impressed with this thing actually. In every aspect, it's better in every lens that I have. So definitely worth it. Definitely worth the money. It's the f4. So it's the newer one, but it's not the 2.8. It's a little bit smaller, lighter. But the cool thing too is if you've seen any tutorials on it or anything, it's got the macro function on it, which is actually legit. I've got a 90mm macro, and it's not as good as the true 1-to-1 macro, but I heard it's like a 0.7 to 1 or something like that. But the clarity on it, incredible. I think it's a 80mm equivalent. And yeah, you can crop it. Who cares? I mean, I crop anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna play around with this a little bit today, just kind of walking around. I shot the mountains behind you, not these, but the other one with the sunrise coming up. And shot it at f22, and the starburst is awesome with it. It's got 8 points, I believe, and then 8 smaller points. So it's got a real nice pattern to it. I shot it with my lens I'm recording with right now, and that had 4 points visible. So it was just basically like an X. So very nice lens, and I'm looking forward to having it in the arsenal. So I'm gonna go climb back down and try not to kill myself on the way down, and go play around with this thing a little bit. All right, yes, I have shades. Anyway, I definitely went up that thing the wrong way and went down the other side, and it was a lot better. One thing that was kind of interesting is I got about halfway down, and there was this tree that was really cleared out underneath the tree with a whole bunch of fur scattered everywhere. I'm not sure what it was. It could have been a coyote that was killed, which got me thinking, had to be something big. I get down about another 40, 50 feet down the hill, and there were cat paws, whether it was a big bobcat or a small medium mountain lion, one of the two. So it seems like the perfect place. There's tons of caves and little places for them to sleep and make homes. So yeah, I never heard anything. That'd be awesome to see, but it'd probably be just like the owls. I'd just spook them off. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on that new 24 to 70 and maybe get a little macro action, give that a shot. Not a lot of flowers or cool things, but you know, just for kind of test purposes. It's the first time I've gotten it out, so I want to see how it performs. Like I said, I'm already impressed with it, so I'll probably post up some of those, just random pictures, play a little music or something like that, and go from there. Okay, So I got to get out, shoot some different things with it, mostly just kind of testing it. There's one good shot that I think I got, maybe a couple of them with a new lens. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Every time I go out, I always feel that I need that focal range, and now I got it, so cool. I think looking back on South Mountain, not the reason I came out here for Estrella Mountain, but looking back on the other mountain as the sun was coming up behind it with a little bit of color, I think might be the best shot of the day. We'll have to see whenever I get it back, of course, as always. Still beautiful out here this morning, but I'm gonna go ahead and close with this. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, and hit share.